Welcome to activating a Biofield tuning fork. My name is Michele Kasper. I'm a physical therapist and certified Biofield tuning teacher, and I'm going to teach you today the steps to activating a tuning fork. And the things you'll need today are a puck and your 174 tuning fork. And the first thing I'm going to teach you is how to hold a hockey puck. And the first thing you do is you take your hand, your non-dominant hand, you place it in your palm. We wrap the index finger around the edge here. We rest the thumb on top, and we have the fingers curled underneath. And this is what it looks like right here. It's almost like holding a frisbee. And the reason we're holding it like this is that we expose this upper edge. And the edge, I'm going to show you with another puck, the edge we'll be working with is right along this red line. And if you hold your puck and just feel with your finger, just like this, this is where you are going to be hitting the fork on the puck. Your handhold, you want your handhold to be nice and loose. We want the thumb out of tension. We want to just support the puck. We don't want people gripping the puck really hard, keeping the tension out of your arm and your shoulder. Great. And so then we're going to talk about now is where the fork meets the puck. And if here's the puck, and we talked about this red line is where we're going to activate on, we're going to use this edge of the fork. And this edge of the fork is it's thicker than other edges. And we're going to meet it right here, the last 2 inches of the fork. And you'll feel right like this. So I just want you to practice having them hit each other. And what's really good about doing this activity right here is you're bringing your vision into the activity and you're cementing this movement, this connection here. When we hold on to this fork, we want a very light grip. We don't want to be gripping hard. We want it nice and light so that the fork takes some of the movement and the movement doesn't go up our arm or the stress. So now what I'm going to show you next is the whole movement. We have the puck here. We're going to have our shoulders and chest relaxed. We're going to have our arm relaxed, and we're going to hold it, and I've got it a little elevated for the camera here, but we're going to just like a tree falls in a forest, we're going to let the fork do as much of the work as possible, and we're going to let it just fall down and contact the puck. And what we're looking for is sort of a bounce or a prance off of the puck. And it'll, just like this, just a nice easy prance. We put out the fork or we stop both tines of the fork. We can do that with our fingers. We can do that with our wrists. We can also do it on our thigh if we want to. The important part is to put both tines out. And then again, we're just going to let the fork drop and bounce off. We want to keep our shoulders relaxed. We want to keep our body relaxed so that we're not taking a lot of the force of the puck and the fork hitting each other. This has traditionally been the hardest part of Biofield tuning, is activating the puck, or the fork on the puck. So we really encourage you to practice. These pure tones are like vitamins to the body. And so what you're going to notice, or you may notice, is that when you start striking your fork, the fork may sound really muffled at first because your body is sort of sucking in those tones. It wants them. Very quickly, you'll start to become what we call reflective, and then you'll be getting brighter, more full tones, if you will. So we encourage you to practice. Consistent strikes take practice. So really stick with it and practice often. The other thing to think about is when we're activating the smaller forks, It's the same activity, but they need a little more oomph. They need a little bit more push from you to get them to come to produce bright sounds. So play with both forks or all forks that you've got in your kit. I hope that's helped you understand how to activate a fork. On behalf of the Biofield Tuning organization, I want to thank you for your interest in Biofield Tuning, and we look forward to seeing you in class soon.